This is the first post in a new series I'm going to do called I Wonder If I Can. The reason I'm going to do it is because people keep saying to me what got me started wild camping and why do I do all these sort of fancy things like sleeping in bivy bags and hammocks. And I realised, although there's a bunch of different reasons, the main reason it boils down to is me asking myself, I wonder if I can do this. So I came back to the site of my very first ever solo wild camp, which was in September 2023 beside Loch Ness. And I did it because I've always liked walking, and I was starting to do some longer distance walks. And every time I did, I kept wondering what it would be like to sleep in a bivy bag, just walk, sleep and keep walking. So I loved the idea of that, but I was constantly put off by my fear of the dark, which I've had my whole life. And on top of that, slightly less than that, was my fear of bugs. And it didn't enter my head for a second that I would bivy camp in winter at that time. But I got to age 52 and various things happened that made me think, oh, I'm not getting any younger. I just decided I had to find out if I could do it because it's something I'd always wanted to do. So I invested in the equipment and off I came here. It was about 9:30 at night. I punctured my camping mat and I realised, like an idiot novice that I was, I didn't have my puncture repair kit with me. And because it was my first night, I'm just 10 miles from home and about a mile from where my car was parked. I thought I've got to go back and get it. So walking back to my car, driving home and back, all took about an hour. By the time I came back, it was probably 10 o'clock and it was dark. And I had to walk into the dark woods, and then I had to find my tent. I couldn't find my tent to start with. I was stumbling around in the dark with my tent peg mallet in my hand, and so I was going to actually use it to protect myself. I was very, very scared, and I was very close to giving up and thinking I'll just go home and I'll come back and get my camping stuff, my tent in the morning. Was absolutely terrifying, but I really just thought to myself, come on, you can do it. And then I found my tent, I got into my tent, zipped it all up and just sat there recovering from that. And it really was a sort of epiphany moment that I thought, this is not that scary. I did it. And then I needed to go for a pee before I went to sleep. So it was about midnight. I walked down to the loch. It was a lovely, still, dry evening. And I just sat in the dark on a stone by the loch and just thought to myself, wow, this is actually lovely.